The sweetest bananas and juiciest mangoes in the village came from Mohan's garden.
The harvest has been very good this spring, Basanti. This time, we can get a huge profit by selling them in the big market of Vijayanagar. What a delightful smell. Give me 2 dozen.
Give me one dozen bananas.
Give me 1 kg.
Give me 2 kgs.
Someone bought 1 kg of mangoes, someone bought 2, and some bought bananas. And then there was such an aroma that even Mohan could not stop himself.
It's mine.
What's in it, brother?
Buy some.
So, is it eatable? Can you give me a little?
If I give it to you, then what would I eat?
In return for 6 bananas and mangoes, Mohan took the payasam from the man.
Do you have more?
If you want more, why don't you cook it at home?
What's the recipe?
After taking a lot of mangoes and bananas from Mohan, the man shared the recipe for payasam.
Basanti!
Huh?
Basanti! Oh, Basanti!
Huh? Why are you so happy? It looks like you have made a very good profit.
Forget the profit. Today, I have savored something that has lifted my spirits, made my heart happy, and my soul truly satisfied. Wait, let me show you. Here I put the sugar, a little ghee,
Huh?
and some dry fruits. And the payasam is ready.
But the pot is empty.
But my mind is not empty, Basanti. I have brought all the ingredients to prepare the payasam. Just take these and start preparing.
But we don't have any wood.
I'll bring it quickly. A bear! Save me! Where did this bear come from? I made a mistake! Spare me! Not today, Mr. Bear, because today is my turn to eat.
Will you eat me?
No, Mr. Bear. I was talking about the payasam. This is entirely my fault. If I had not thought about eating payasam and not come to the jungle to gather wood, I wouldn't have slept. The wood wouldn't have fallen on you. It seems like my dream of having payasam will remain just a dream.
Payasam? What's this payasam?
Payasam? The taste of payasam? Ah! Wow. The aroma of payasam? Wow! Mwah! If you haven't eaten payasam yet, then you haven't eaten anything good.
And it turned out the talking bear was also fond of eating.
I also want to eat payasam. Will you feed me too?
But I'll need some more wood for that.
You only concentrate on the payasam. 100, 500 logs. I'll bring you as much wood as you want.
Okay. 500 logs would be enough. I can use them for the entire month.
So I will.
What? A bear? People invite their friends and relatives, and you invited a bear?
Oh no, Poor Basanti, what could she do? She started making payasam for the guest. The payasam was ready. Now they were waiting for the guest.
I can smell the aroma from here, and I can't resist. What say, Basanti? Should we taste a little bit?
Why not? But only a little bit.
As soon as the lid was lifted, the aroma of the payasam spread. And it became difficult for both of them to wait. They began tasting with a spoon, then moved on to a bowl, and then to a plate. And eventually, they couldn't resist and started eating directly from the payasam pot.
Oh no, we ate all the payasam. What should we do now?
Wondering how the bear would ever know the taste of payasam, they decided to mix the leftover rice with adulterated milk. Whatever it turned out to be, it was now ready. Both of them thought that if they wouldn't be home, how could it possibly matter whether the bear liked it or not?
Payasam!
Driven by the temptation of payasam, the poor bear arrived hungry and immediately began to eat. But how much could he possibly relish the payasam, made with the adulterated milk and a few grains of rice, and without any dry fruits?
Where will you escape? I will not leave you. After all the praise for payasam, what have you fed me? The day I'll find you, I'll teach you a lesson.
Oh no, our house!
King Vidyadhar needed a minister for his kingdom, someone wise who could give him the right advice at the right time.
Listen, listen everyone. Pay attention to the king's command. 4 months from now, those who bring fresh vegetables from their fields and a bowl of intelligence while following their shadows all the way to the palace will be chosen as the minister of the kingdom in the royal palace. Listen, everyone.
Money is honey. I will definitely become the minister.
Come on, let's begin the work to become the minister.
You are right.
While everyone was working in the fields to carry fresh vegetables to the royal palace, Saranga's preparation was different from them. No one could understand what was going on in his mind.
Saranga, we need to take fresh vegetables to the royal palace, not just the soil.
Days and weeks passed. Finally, the morning arrived. when everyone had to go to the royal palace with their respective vegetables and fruits.
I will become the minister.
Saranga's preparation was different, and so was his path.
Udanka, look there. Saranga is going that way.
That path goes through the hills. Even people drain out while walking on that path. How will the vegetable remain fresh?
Oh, so everyone in Vijayanagar wants to become the minister, eh?
Here are the fresh vegetables.
Eh?
Look at this.
And this too.
The vegetables are fresh, but you had to come here while chasing your shadow. Didn't you hear the announcement?
Everyone thought that by simply bringing fresh vegetables, they would become ministers. That's why no one bothered about the condition of the shadow in the announcement.
Yeah.
Saranga was intelligent. Upon hearing the condition that one must come chasing his shadow, he understood that the king wanted them to enter through the western gate of the palace. On that path, the sun rays fall on the backside of the people, thus creating their shadows in front of them.
Mungi, look there. The king has asked for fresh vegetables, but he's just carrying soil.
He can't be so foolish. I am sure he has found a way to carry fresh vegetables to the palace.
You mean he will become the minister?
No! By looting his vegetables, we will become ministers. And then there will be no need to steal forever. Hey you! Whatever vegetables you are taking to the palace, hand them over to us. Otherwise...
Yes, sir. I will do right away. Here it is. You should open it only in front of the king. If opened earlier, the air might spoil the vegetables.
Oh yes, we get your point.
Chungi and Mungi had reached the king with the box given by Saranga.
Hail to the king! Greetings.
Wow, you came here while following your shadow. But where are your vegetables?
My king, I don't think he has them. Huh? Please take a look at my fresh vegetables. After becoming a minister, I will handle people like him who waste your time.
Okay then. Let me have a look at your vegetables. Huh?
A letter? Where are the vegetables?
Accept our greetings, King. We are thieves, tempted by the desire to become minister, we stole. For this, we should be punished. Arrest them and put them in jail.
As I had mentioned earlier, Saranga was intelligent, and now it was his turn to prove it. So the villagers who thought Saranga was just carrying soil were mistaken. In reality, it wasn't just soil. It contained vegetables and carrots that he had grown in the bullock cart over the past few weeks. He planned to ensure that the fresh vegetables reached King Vidyadhar.
Well done. You must have also bought that bowl filled with intelligence.
Yes, my king. My king, there is intelligence in it, but you will have to extract it without breaking the pot.
The pumpkin that Saranga had placed in the pot had grown as big as the pot itself over these days with the help of the manure and water. Without breaking the pot, it would be impossible to take it out. But he wanted to test Saranga further.
Your intelligence and cleverness are admirable, Saranga. Now tell me, if we have to choose one of these 3 dolls for the royal court, which one would it be?
I will need 3 wires, my king.
Sure. Hey, what he's doing?
This doll is the best for royal court, my king. Because if a secret is spoken into the ears of the first doll, without understanding its significance, it will let it out from the other ear. If the secret is spoken into the ears of the second doll, it will speak it to someone else. But whatever is spoken into the ears of the third doll will remain a secret only.
Wow, well done. Just one final question.
The king showed 3 rings to Saranga and asked, suppose the red ring empowers the wearer to devise plans, the green one grants the ability to implement plans in normal situations, and the blue one gives the power to execute plans in difficult circumstances. Who should wear which ring in this royal court?
My king, you should wear the red ring because the plan is made by the king. The green ring should be for your minister so that he can implement plans in normal situations. And the blue ring should be worn by the commander so that he can execute your plans in any difficult circumstances.
Well done. You are really intelligent, Saranga.
My king.
And thus, with his wisdom, Saranga became the minister of Vijayanagar and worked for years for the welfare of his kingdom and people. So you need not take any tension.
Yes, without taking tension, Saranga thoughtfully gave all the answers during the time of the test.
Yes, and you are a talented dancer. Then what's there to worry about?
Now I will perform without any tension. Thank you, Sudha.
Chandu's father had left behind a lot of land as an inheritance for him. But he didn't value it because he had heard somewhere about a magical potion. Since then, he has been engrossed in searching for that potion or creating it. Taking advantage of this, the villager seized all his property.
Are you sure this will work?
Yes, it will surely work.
Take these coins.
His wife, Rama, was quite worried because of Chandu's actions.
Oh, you have sold all our land. At least pay some attention to the small piece of land that's left now. Otherwise, that too will slip away from our hands.
Once I create the potion that turns everything into gold, then there will be only wealth and happiness around us.
Oh my god, I don't know which magical spell has possessed him.
Give me arms. Give me some arms, please.
Greetings, my lord. Please come and take a seat.
Son, I'm very pleased with your services.
Really, my lord?
then my life has indeed become successful. Just before you leave, please tell me one thing. I have heard about a magical potion that can turn anything into gold. Is it true?
It is absolutely true. When I was meditating in the Himalayas, I also learned the method to create that magical potion.
What? I found it! I found it! I knew it! My lord, now quickly tell me the method to make that potion.
You will have to put in a lot of hard work for this.
I have been working hard for so many years. Just tell me the method. I will do it.
So listen carefully. You will have to plant a banana tree and water it daily.
This is a very easy task.
First, listen to the whole thing. When the tree grows, during the cold season, dew will fall on its leaves. You will have to collect the dew from the leaves in these bottles.
Dew in the bottles? And I have to plant the trees? My lord, please suggest an easier method.
If you want an easy method, then this is not for you.
Wait, my lord, wait. Just tell me the method. I will put all my efforts into completing it.
So listen carefully. When you have collected 5 bottles of dew, bring them to me. I will transform the dew into the magical potion with my mantra. Then a drop of that potion can turn anything into gold.
But winter only lasts for a few months in a year. Like this, it will take years for me to collect 5 bottles of dew. But there seems to be no other way.
Chandu clears the entire field and plants many banana trees. He takes care of the trees day and night. Regardless of storms or hurricanes, in the end, his hard work pays off and the trees bear plenty of bananas.
Wow! See the fruits of your hard work? So many of them.
Now our house will be filled with gold.
Gold? But what does gold have to do with bananas?
Banana? I'm talking about the dew deposited on the leaves, not the banana. It is from the dew that the potion to turn things into gold will be made. That's what the wise sage said.
What? You did all the efforts for the dew, not the bananas? Well, do whatever you want to do. But first, give me those bananas so that I can sell them in the market.
Oh no, dew! Huh? Hey! I made a huge loss because of you. Now let me first collect the dew. Just one bottle? It will take me many years to collect 5 bottles of dew like this.
You keep collecting the dew. I am going to sell the bananas.
Every year, Chandu would plant banana trees and collect dew from them. Meanwhile, Rama used to sell the bananas from the trees in the market. As time passed, 5 years went by and finally, Chandu managed to collect 5 bottles of dew.
Wow! I have done it! Finally, I have done it! My lord! Look here. I have collected 5 bottles of dew. Now quickly turn this dew into the magical potion with your magical mantra. All right, now quickly turn into a golden plate. Huh? Let me pour some more. Huh? Why this is not working? Now turn into a golden leaf. This also did not work. Not even this. Why is this not working?
Because no such potion exists.
What? This is cheating, my lord. You have wasted my 5 years. Hey, Rama, you are here? And what is this?
Look at this.
So many gold coins.
This is the goal for which you have been working continuously for the past 5 years.
What do you mean?
I mean, while you were farming and growing banana trees, Rama used to sell the bananas in the market. Gradually, she collected so many coins from it. This is your gold, and it did not come from any potion, but from your hard work.
But why didn't you tell me this earlier?
If I had told you earlier, you wouldn't have done all this.
Forgive me, my lord. I have realized that hard work is the real magical potion.
After that day, Chandu worked very hard. And he also stopped trusting anyone's words blindly.
If you like this video, subscribe to our channel Murthy Media.